Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So, I'd like to welcome back those of you who are a regular part of our mindfulness community and our meditation group. And I'd like to offer a nice warm welcome to those of you who are new and who are joining us for the very first time. And so, for those of you who are new, I'd like to tell you just a little bit about the Krame Center for Mindful Living. So, here at the Krame Center, we are a global nonprofit organization whose mission is to make the benefits of mindfulness, self compassion, and positive psychology accessible to all. Our goal here is to create a kinder, more compassionate world, one person at a time. And we offer these free weekly meditations each and every Wednesday. And each month we feature a different theme. And these weekly meditations really begin to provide us with the internal resources that we need to build resilience. So we hope that you'll continue to join us and our meditation community. So we'd like to encourage you to feel free to use the chat with any questions or comments that you might have. The Crime Center is monitoring the chat, so please don't be shy about this. Also, I just wanted to make mention that we are recording these meditations, and we do that so that these practices are accessible to you after this morning's practice. You can go back and you can watch them at any point in time. Please just know that only I am being recorded. All right, so the theme of our meditation this week is Candlelight Glow. And I'd like to begin with a quote by Gandhi. He says, "1,000 candles can be lighted from the flame of one candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness can be spread without diminishing that of yourself." And so there's something so magical about the warm glow of candlelight on an autumn evening. So during this time of year, I'm sure we've begun to recognize that the evenings are beginning to get longer. And as the daylight decreases, we can sit by the light of a candle. And doing this can really inspire us to take an inward gaze, to take some time to look within ourselves. And as we do this, we can tap into our inner sense of intuition, faith, and trust. But in order to tap into this place of inner wisdom, we must be present, we must be centered, and have this sense of ease. And so, sitting alongside the soft haze of a flickering candle can promote the ease that's necessary to invite a contemplative moment. And in these moments, we can honor our feelings, we can trust our intuition and our own inherent wisdom. So, these past few weeks, we've been talking a lot about change and transitions, things that naturally come about during the fall season. And these moments of transition that we've spoken about can feel a little bit wobbly. We may feel out of balance. However, during the face of a challenge, during stressors or difficulties, you know yourself best. You know what it is that you need, and you know what's called for in the moment. And by turning inward, you can really listen to your own internal guidance system. And this internal guidance system will guide you in the right direction. It will direct you where it is that you need to go. And mindfulness practices really are wonderful ways to tune into ourselves, to tune into our experiences, and to develop a greater sense of awareness. And in doing this, we can pay better attention to what our bodies are telling us, what our hearts are telling us. We can really understand what it is that they're saying. Over time, with practice, the more that we do this, the more we'll be able to build this deeper sense of trust in ourselves, this deeper sense of trust in our own intuition, and to really notice the wisdom that we have within us. And perhaps as we're talking about this morning, maybe you've recognized that you've never tuned into your inner wisdom before, and know that that's okay. You know, this is something that we're going to explore today. We're going to explore this place within us. Because once we have a connection to this place, once we've been able to tap into this place, and we can begin to tap into it more and more, we can stop relying so much on external guidance or other sources of validation. And we can really come to know that we have all of the answers that we need right within us. And so, with that, I would like to transition us into the formal portion of our meditation practice together. So, let's take a moment, find a comfortable seat, maybe taking any movements that you might need before coming to some sense of stillness. And then, when you're ready, inviting a closing of the eyes or softening the gaze. Maybe taking a moment to notice the feet making contact with the floor, really sensing into this contact, this connection with the earth beneath the feet. And likewise, now noticing the sits bones resting on the seat beneath you, this contact that the sits bones are making with the chair or your cushion. And if it feels right, maybe finding a little extra length in the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. Perhaps inviting a shrugging of the shoulders, lifting them up to the ears, and then releasing them back down to the sides of the body, opening up the chest and the heart space. And as you continue to settle into your meditative posture, whatever that looks like for you this morning, maybe you come to realize the fact that the body's breathing. Maybe noticing how the body's breathing all on its own with no need to do anything. And just gently resting the awareness on the natural rhythm of the breath. So, no need to manipulate or change the breath in any way, shape, or form. Just gently resting the awareness on the breath in the body exactly as it is, right now in this moment. Just following each breath, breath by breath, and moment by moment. Noticing one breath in and one breath out. Another breath in and another breath out. And just continuing to follow the breath in this way. Just staying with the breath as best you can. nowhere to go, nowhere to be but right here with the breath in the body. And perhaps the mind has wandered away, drifted off in thought or story, and just gently ushering the mind back, bringing the mind back to the breath, if this is the case. Remembering that each moment is an opportunity to begin again. We can always begin again. And just continuing to stay with this life sustaining force, the breath, just breathing, being breathing. And now in the mind's eye, lighting a candle. And as you ignite this flame, it also ignites something deep within you. This inner knowing, this sense of trust. And now just watching the flame of this candle, noticing the gentle flickering of the flame, just observing the dancing of the light. And as you watch this flame, perhaps you feel more settled. Maybe you have a felt sense of inner peace or calm, an internal stillness. And from this internal stillness, a voice arises. And it's coming from a deeper place, an inner knowing. And it tells you something that you need to hear. What is it saying? What is its message? And just seeing what comes up for you. Maybe it's one word that's arising in particular, or perhaps it's many words. But just allowing whatever is bubbling up to the surface to emerge, giving it space and opportunity to do so. And now, perhaps reciting this word or these words that have emerged, repeating them softly, clearly, and slowly to yourself. These words that you need to hear. And if the mind has wandered away, just coming back to this word or these words or phrases, continuing to repeat them clearly, softly, and slowly. And now taking a moment to notice how you feel. How does it feel to hear these words? Perhaps there's even a felt sense in the body, a warmth in the chest, an ease in the shoulders, a bubbling of joy. Just noticing, bringing a kind, curious attention to how it is that you feel after hearing these words, after repeating these words to yourself, these words that you need to hear. And can you honor these feelings? Can you trust this intuition, these words that came from you, this inner knowing that came from within yourself? Remembering that you know what you need. You have this inherent wisdom within yourself. It's always there. And just remembering that you can tune back into this place whenever you need to. It's always accessible to you. And this practice really helps us to tune into this place of inner knowing. And so, with that, I'd like to invite you to gently rest your awareness back on the breath in the body, coming home to the breath once again. This gentle ebb and flow, this companion that's always with us, the breath. And I'd like to read a poem, Always, by Amy Van Der Water. You were born. You were given a candle no one else can see, unless they look into your eyes, where two small flames dance fiery free. This candle will tell you who you are, so turn to it in every storm. Turn to your candle all your life, and it will always keep you warm. Just letting those words wash over you if they resonate. Momentarily, I will be ringing the bell, which will conclude our formal meditation practice. And as I do, just seeing if it's possible to allow the sound to be part of your practice. Seeing if it's possible to stay with the sound as best you can. And when you're ready, Beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, inviting some gentle movement back into the body, allowing the eyes to open if they have been closed. Maybe just taking a moment to take some larger stretches, any additional movements that the body's called for or is calling for this morning after this practice together. And so I would like to send you off with a weekly invitation. And so, my invitation for you this week is to light a candle and sit by its burning flame. Take some time to observe it and notice it, be present with it. And as you do, allow your inner wisdom to emerge. See what happens in this stillness, in this contemplative moment. And if anything arises, I invite you to write it down, to journal about it. Write freely without any concern for punctuation or grammar, just letting yourself express yourself freely. So, I'd like to thank you all for your practice this morning. It's always such a pleasure to come together in community. I very much appreciate it, and each and every one of you for being here. I just would like to announce a couple of things before we sign off. We do have an upcoming 8-week MBSR course, as well as an 8-week MSc course. And the 8-week MSc orientation will be taking place this Saturday from 9:30 to 11:30. So we hope that you'll consider joining us if these practices have resonated with you and you find them moving and you'd like to go deeper in your practice. I'd like to wish you all a very wonderful week. Be well, everyone, and take care. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.